Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds. Went to the bargain bins again and made out another great day. Before we get to that, if you have missed it, Amanda and I did our annual look at our PS4 and 5 collection. All those videos are up, and our Switch collection, those are all up, and I've started at this point uploading our annual look at our entire Blu-ray collection. This year it comes out to a total of 2.5 hours. That it's cut into 4 parts. I'm slowly uploading those over like this course of this week. So if you're interested in that stuff, check it out. First off, before we get into the unbelievable mountain of DVDs, as usual, for any time have a great day, one really good board game find. Don't pick up a whole lot of board games. They're good for piecing out, parting out stuff for parts that people lose, but overall they're expensive to ship, and often when they use missing so much stuff. But this Key to the Kingdom game, that was worth getting, even if it was missing pieces. Like, even just having loose pieces, that was well worth it, because it cost me about $2 to get this whole game. But it's 100% complete. I just finished, before starting this, looking through it, and it's in pristine condition. Probably played a few times and then put away in a closet somewhere. So that was a great find just by itself. That alone, well, it's like almost 3 times what I spent today, everything, for here. So now we're going to start the insane number of DVDs and a whole bunch of other stuff. But Christmas in Canaan, a lot of those Hallmarky type Christmas movies, those sell well. The party edition of Home, man, I hated this movie. I had a very young cousin who I used to babysit that was obsessed with that movie, so I had to watch it like 10 times. Spies Like Us, the old snapper case, Legion of Superheroes, Thomas Crown Affair, Uncle Buck, classic John Candy movie, bunch of PBS Kids. We have Dinosaur Train. Used to watch that as well. It's another one of those little kid shows that I recognize from babysitting. A couple of those. Some Playmobil, The Secret of Pirate Island. Never knew there were really Playmobil movies. I guess like the way they do the Lego movies and that kind of stuff. War Room, Black Sheep, Tony Jaa in On Bak 2, The Beginning. This is a 2-disc collector's edition. These movies are pretty good as far as fun, like martial arts stuff. I haven't watched anything that's been in a long time. Barbie and the 12th Dancing Princess, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Pretty sure I grabbed all the Pirates movies just kind of randomly. They were not together or anything. Must Love Dogs, Deal of a Lifetime, Cadet Kelly. I remember that Disney Channel thing. It was I'm pretty sure she's Ray Romano's daughter, and then Hilary Duff. But some early teen stuff for Disney. The Osbournes, the first season. Hollow Man, The Kane Mutiny, Barbie. This is the same one that in the 12th Dancing Princess. This one has the shimmery slipcover though, so I found a couple copies of that. The Doors. It was a cool cover. I've seen that one a bunch of times as well. Super 8, the collector's edition of Monsters, Inc. Elmo Saves Christmas. One I'll have to set aside. I found one that's going to be for me. It's an upgrade from a regular DVD edition to a Super Bit edition of Spider-Man, the first of the Sam Raimi films. So upgrade that from regular DVD to the Super Bit. So I'll put that to the side. It's actually for me. Richard Gere in Strike Force. I don't know why. Richard Gere I just can never take seriously in a more action-driven role. I associate him more with stuff like, I don't know, romance, those kind of roles. For some reason, I can't take him seriously when I watch him in an action-based movie. Picture him just like in Pretty Woman and things like that. Kiss the Girls, Veggie Tales, some Viking stuff, Thomas and Friends, Blue Mountain Mystery, The Lorax, Apollo 13, the 2-disc anniversary edition, In the Heart of the Sea, Point Break, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, Failsafe. I actually want to watch this one. This one's going to go in our watch pile because it looks interesting. We have Henry Fonda and a younger looking Walter Matthau special edition. Never actually even heard of this one, but that's one that I might want to check out. And that's Ella Enchanted, one of the beauties of this type of, running this kind of store and getting all these movies in all the time, is that if there's something I want to check out, I don't have to really pay for a rental or search for it on a streaming service or anything like that. I just check it out, and if I like it, it stays in the collection. If I don't like it, it goes back on the store. Dave Matthews Band. The Way We Were. My dad used to watch that movie. I never really got into it, though. The Christmas Blessing. Some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Quest of the Crystal Mickey. Some Mickey Indiana Jones adventures. Dead Man's Chest. This is the regular edition. The other one was like a 2-disc edition with a slipcover. So weirdly, I found a lot of movies today where I might have found 2 copies, but they were 2 different editions. I don't know how that ended up happening. But Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Sealed copy of The Holiday. Hoodwinked. Some more Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Minirella. Franklin and the Turtle Lake Treasure. VeggieTales, the Ultimate Silly Song Collection. A couple of these, Happiest Place on Earth, the Disney Celebration Magic Kingdom, and this one is the Disney Resort Official Celebration Edition, the commemorative DVD for the Happiest Homecoming on Earth. And these were crazy. Had originally like $20 price tags on them, and just Disney stuff, anything Disney. Especially if you were at Disney buying it, it's like crazy. This is the Platinum Edition of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is actually a really decent edition, 2-disc set. Tina Turner, Tina, All the Best, the Live Collection. Jack Nicholson in About Schmidt. Cold Mountain. Cheaper by the Dozen, the Steve Martin one. The Christmas Shoes, like the 10th time I found this. I keep finding this movie, and they'll sell. Like, well, this weird movie, they'll sell for a lot, but they always seem to sell. And I think this will be like a 3rd one. It's currently up on the store. I don't know what is with that movie. Like, why'd they make so many copies of it? But I keep running into it. SpongeBob SquarePants, The Seascape Capers, 10 Aquatic Adventures. I was never really into SpongeBob. Maybe I was too old by the time it started coming out. But, are you a big SpongeBob person? I know some people that grew up with it are like obsessed with SpongeBob. It's never something I was into. Mel Gibson, The Man Without a Face. Return to Me. The Alamo. Clint Eastwood from the Clint Eastwood collection. We have The Outlaw, Josie Wales. They did a lot of really decent snapper case releases of Clint Eastwood and movies in that collection line years ago. Calling All Engines, Thomas and Friends. What a Girl Wants, with Amanda Bynes. House Party 3. In Love and War. I wonder if this one, I was thinking about it when I saw this, was ever re-released on DVD later. It had to have been, because I've come across it so many times. Every single time it's the old snapper case. I wonder if it was ever re-released on DVD or Blu-ray or anything, but every single copy I've ever seen of it over the many years has been the snapper case DVD. The Pathfinder. This is really funny. Someone's going to get a kick out of this. We have, from the producers of Left Behind the movie, Shadow Government, How the Global Elite Plan to Destroy Democracy and Your Freedom. Mercury Rising. The Siege. So we have Letters from Iwo Jima, a different Clint Eastwood collection, the ones that he directed. Surviving West Point, National Geographic. America's Sweethearts. The Steve Martin Pink Panther. Three Kings. Jeepers Creepers 2. No Reservations. My Best Friend's Wedding. The Last Mimsy. The Man in the Moon. The very young looking Reese Witherspoon. Never seen this one. Man in the Moon. George Clooney in The American. A older Bill Cosby movie, To All My Friends on Shore. The Hunters. This is, I love the pink and the fancy writing on here is hilarious. The Ladies' Basic Guide to Concealed Carry. Concealed Carry for ladies. Modify. Tom and Jerry Tales, 15 cartoons from the all-new TV series. War. Mickey Mouse Club, got a bunch of those today. Mickey's Great Outdoors, Brian's Song, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End. It's the last one of those movies I ever saw. I actually saw this one in theaters. It's the last one that I ever saw. I think there's 2 more after that now. Are there, or 3 more? I don't even know. That's like a 2-disc edition, and again, then the regular edition. I don't know what was with all the Pirates movies today in the bins, but Carpetbaggers, Mickey Mouse and the Roadster Races, Brother Bear, Anna and the King, the first Pirates of the Caribbean, the only one I was super, I don't know, I kind of like one and done with those movies, but some people really loved them, but that was a fun movie. And we have The Constant Gardener, Uptown Girls, Watch on the Rhine, Barbie in a Mermaid Tale, Dinos and Discoveries, Thomas and Friends, Head Over Heels, Paws and Tails, this is Biblical Wisdom for Kids, cheapo animation thing, Sophia the First, The Secret Library, Bedtime Stories, first season of Castle, Jake and the Neverland Pirates, different volume from that show, Deadpool, just generic DVD sealed though, which was worth picking up then, Little Einsteins, Barbie in Rockin' Royals, Winning, this Paul Newman movie, never seen this one before, Good Luck Chuck, Captain Corelli's Mandolin, Story of Noah and David, Wally, Bridge of Spies, Bubble Guppies, no idea what that is, this is like Nick Jr. type show, but those are always worth grabbing, Wind, Christmas Story, from the Best Collection, Best of Collection Volume 4 of the Mythbusters, this is Outtakes and Revealed. From this line of 20th Century Fox selections, they have these little paper sleeve releases. We have Baby's Day Out, Perfect Picture Perfect, dyslexia there, Hot Shots, Spy Game, Denzel Washington in The Hurricane, Over the Hedge. I think the best scene in this was the Shatner death scene. That was funny. This is Hamish Macbeth, Collector's Series BBC box set, Michael Clayton. The Freaky Friday remake, Disney one. The Exodus Revealed. A couple of documentaries today. A 2-disc limited edition set of United 93. The Night Listener. The Bob Cummings Show. Junior Bonner, Kelly's Heroes, While You Were Sleeping, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old snapper case. This is interesting. The Darwin versus Calvin, the Battle of the Millennium, and the actor debaters here are actually dressed as Calvin and Darwin. So, and this is from a like Bible Studies Ministries group, so you know already Darwin's gonna lose the tape just by, you can tell by the company that made it what's gonna happen. Bagger Vance, Sense and Sensibility, Number 23, Jim Carrey, Pixels, Pompeii, Open Range, Felicity, an American Girl Adventure, the full-length movie, Hustle and Flow, and a small stack of Blu-rays. We have The Hangover Part 2, Playing for Keeps, Cars 3, Batman Begins, the first Ghostbusters, and Dear John. So that's it for those, and there's a ton more stuff. Like, that's just all those Blu-rays and DVDs. But that was a great morning in itself, because that was only, like $14.02 for all those DVDs and Blu-rays. So like, alright, solid morning, great board game. And now a ton more stuff. I'll probably just do like a picture of these, because there's a ton of them. I usually find a lot of those Burger King and McDonald's toys do really well if you just hold on to them for a while in like a bin or a box. You leave a whole bunch of them and you sell like whole sets, or sell just a big lot of them, whatever. And I found a bunch today, so, and I have a bunch sitting in a box somewhere, so those are going to start making their way up to like probably like Etsy and eBay or even Mercari or whatever. But I'll put up, I'll probably post like an image or whatever here, because I found a ton of them today, and I was like, all right, I filled a whole bag, and they're like $2. All right, that works for me. One of these little Yoshi plush. They released these in I don't even know how many different color variations. I've sold a bunch of those over time, but find them for a few cents. Those are worth grabbing. A little blue one. One video game find. That's hit randomly. The original the Mac Play version. This is the version I had as a kid on my Power Mac of Descent. Great game. I loved playing this game on the old Power Mac in the basement. A couple of cassettes. We have Billy Joel, 52nd Street, and Motown Legends. And then some music CDs. We have this collector's set, 30 Greatest Reggae Hits. KT Tunstall. Selena Gomez, When the Sun Goes Down. Secret Garden, White Stone. The Birdies, 13. Some Coltrane with Stardust. Elton John, a Cyndi Lauper Christmas album. Demi, Diva Primo, Traditional Celtic Christmas, The Nutcracker, The Best of Ragtime and Stride, and then a small little section here of movie soundtracks, Sleepless in Seattle, Dirty Dancing, Beaches, Thelma and Louise. Beaches, I just always remember Kramer singing "The Wind Beneath My Wings." That's all I think of when I see that movie title. Broken Arrow, Cocktail, and Good Morning Vietnam. And a handful of VHS from the Walt Disney Studio Film Collection line, The Love Bug. A sealed copy of Love Songs, and with the old Kmart sticker on, a sealed copy of Pretty Woman, something that's not really around anymore. The Golden Book video, Pound Puppies. Sleeping with the Enemy, it's more Julia Roberts. The Four Seasons. Overboard. And we have from the Alfred Hitchcock line, that Silhouette line that was on VHS and Laserdisc, The Trouble with Harry. One vintage He-Man puzzle. Cool image, kind of thing I would have had as a kid, and it's only 100 pieces, so while I was waiting for them to change out some of the bins, I was able to count it out really quickly and just check it, so that was a good find as well. Two manga, volumes 1 and 4 of Vampire Knight. And on the book front, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We have Slavic Myths, this vintage Italian cookbook, some Berenstain Bears, we have Chores, and Don't Pollute. As well as a small bunch of very good vintage books. I like finding a lot of those in 50s and earlier. Usually like 1880s is typically the oldest I find that are in at least, you know, resellable shape or readable shape. We have The Tale of the Warrior Lord. This is the 50s one. A Random House play, Dial M for Murder. I like that Hitchcock movie adaptation. Neighbors on the Hill. Phyllis Diller's Housekeeping Hints. That sounds funny. Johnny Tremaine. And then we have Among the Mermaids. Ferris. Ahab's Wife. The Stargazer. And for Pengo, what my wife likes to call torso books. Sexy Beast 2. Sexy Beast 3. And Sexy Beast 5, even sexier. And then we have a collection of these Joey W. Hill Vampire Queen books. We have Vampire Trinity, Bound by the Vampire Queen, Beloved Vampire, Vampire Mistress, The Vampire Queen's Servant, and then last up, A Vampire's Claim. So it looks like some vampire dominatrix stuff. So that was the crazy haul this morning. So much stuff I couldn't believe, because including driving time, was like 3 hours. It's a half hour there and back. So I grabbed all this in like 2 hours and $30. That's great. So fantastic morning. Very, very happy to start off this week and start organizing, listening, checking out a couple of those movies. It should be a lot of fun, and you'll see me throughout the week. We'll be uploading those different parts of the Blu-ray collection. I'm going to try and have those all out by the weekend. It takes a long time to render and edit that much stuff. So those will all be coming out, and of course this weekend there's going to be the next Yakuza, the Like a Dragon 8, so looking forward to that.